There's a splinter group, all female. That's where I've seen that name. What name? Over there on the club. Black Canary. With a guy named Barrera. He knew how to make people talk.
On VHS, if you find them at all.
Wow.
Pity, though. Paul Sloan's in some of those flicks. Before, things went wrong. Paul Sloan. Gotham's #1 actor turned serial killer. Sorry, no, #2, after Carla.
What happened?
Well, from what I hear, he got a bit too into a part he was playing. Method acting. Went crazy and started killing people.
Lots of them. You ever heard of Cluemaster? You're kidding, right? That one leaves clues at the scene of the crime, not riddles. At least when Commissioner Loeb was in charge, you could grease a few palms, get some perks. No way that was happening under Gordon. He ruined it for everyone. Wherever that old bastard is, I hope he's suffering.
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? My name is Alex Sartorius, Dr. Alex Sartorius. And this, well, I suppose this is my confession.
Gotham's supposed to have a Firebug, too.
by the combustible wonder that is Phosphorus Loeb.
We better get Ivy contained and under control. One of her associates from Gotham tried to break her out. Is she good friends with Harley and Catwoman? Party time, boys. No more Batman after tonight.
All right, I'll call Sweet Tooth. Have him bake a celebration cake.
Sweet Tooth? The candy killer? Are you kidding me? Did you forget about the arsenic strudel?
Hey, that was pretty tasty. Small bites, man. Small bites.
I don't really know how it happened, but I got my payout last Friday, and then things get kinda blurry. And now I owe 6 guys money. One of them threatened to send a tally man after me.
The tally man? Bad news. Guy's a pretty good shot. I heard he took out some guy's kneecaps in Arkham. From Blackgate.
I know, okay? I know. So what am I gonna do now? What, you think I can take him?
Think you can get close?
Oh, crap. I'm a dead man. Thousands of dollars, guys, and I blew through it in a week.
Versus the Wildcat. Besides, I wasn't afraid. Too scared to fight after a hospital visit. I remember when he took on Joe Morgan with a dislocated shoulder.
She don't belong here. She don't even belong in Blackgate. She belongs in Belle Rev. That's where she belongs. In Belle frickin' Rev. Why is Ivy here? Why ain't she in Blackgate? Or better yet, why ain't she in Belle Rev? We all saw what she did with those plants. We don't have the facilities to hold her. We really don't.
Onslaught in Kurok takes me back.
I tell you, this is a sweeter gig than sweeping for IEDs in Kurok, that's for sure. Where you going when we get paid? Santa Prisca, baby. I'm getting a tan. No danger of that here. This sure beats working for the rebels in Santa Prisca. They're always hiring guns out there, but you don't want to end up in that prison.
Metropolis. We ain't far away enough from Gotham. I need a change of scenery. I really do. But where? Coast City?
finally had you, Batman. Back on that cruise ship. You won't get away again.
The Arkham Knight's gone. Wow. So what, we answer the Scarecrow now? Until the money runs out, I guess so.
Think the new commander will try and take over? The assassin? No way. He works alone. Doubt he'd have taken this job if he didn't have such a grudge against the Bat. What did Batman do to him anyway? It was years ago. The night some Gotham crime lord called Black Mask tried to have Batman assassinated. Black Mask? You sure it wasn't that Joker guy? That's what I read. Does it matter? Anyway, our assassin friend came to collect what he thought would be an easy $50 million. Got his ass well and truly kicked.
God knows how we got out without shooting anyone. The people in that diner tore each other apart.
It's just me. The toxins don't seem to be wearing off.
I hope you're wrong. He's going through hell in there.
Probably gonna have to go through psych evaluation for a year. Whoopee. I wonder how long before they put me back on the street. Whatever it takes. Without this job, I'm nothing.
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself when he finds out what he did in that diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop, lives for the job. He don't deserve this.
They read me my rights. I had one call. I tried to call my folks, but the line cut out. I just wish this day had never happened. I want it to be over. The guy said I shouldn't worry, right? The judge will be lenient. I'm finished. My career's over. Without this job, I'm nothing.
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you.
One day I brought her. We shouldn't talk about this here. About my weekend. What if someone hears?
Oh yeah, classic style. Murderer warning sign.
Listen!
Please, no!
Hang on, did you leave something here? It was sort of, body-shaped, wasn't it? You think Jimbo took her? He's gotta be a prime suspect. I imagine Gordon shoveling the dirt on Bab's body right now. Then heading off for revenge on Scarecrow. Might as well jump in the grave with her and save himself some time. Someone needs to have a word with the commish. I thought tampering with a crime scene was a serious offense. Well, maybe they make an exception when you're related to the evidence.
Look, I told you 3 times. The Joker guy's dead. Now would you shut up? We're on patrol.
Okay, I just hate clowns. I saw him on TV once, you know, when he ran for president.
Oh, yeah. You know they never found out how he got on the ballot?